Put away the Monopoly game for a moment. Get out the infinity piece puzzle. Gather family and friends. Because while wealth and ownership on earth lasts only a lifetime, the pieces to reach peace with God never ends.
Playa T, that's me, Hollywood in the Hood. You see who I'm here with? The man of the hour, Mr. Joey Pompignano, right here. Author of a fresh new book of poetry, a book of poems, Defeating Any Given Obstacle. This is 10 years worth of material, man. 10 years. 1999 to 2009.
I've always been a writer. For the longest time, I've always been a writer. You know, poetry especially. You know, ventilate anything that's on my mind. And it wasn't until 2 years ago that I got the courage to actually step up in front of an audience of people who I didn't know from Adam and share with them my thoughts that I had accumulated over the years. The title of the book, Defeating Any Given Obstacle, it's inspired by an old Tupac album where he used the acronym Never Ignorant, Getting Goals Accomplished.
Nigga.
And I thought that was dope.
N-I-G-G-A.
I wanted to...
No, that's what Tupac meant and that's what Joy meant. Joy, say it again. Tell them what it means, man.
Well, I came up with Defeating Any Given Obstacle, and it's an acronym that spells out a very derogatory term for Italians.
Okay.
And the inspiration came from an old Tupac album where he used the acronym Never Ignorant, Getting Goals Accomplished.
Okay. So that inspired you to
inspired me to do something for Italians, hardworking Italian Americans.
Now that's funny you said that, because Tupac said that in the interview. If his lyrics can reach one person in the world, he felt that he did his job. And for Joy to be touched, Joy not even of his race, but was touched enough and understood the man enough to where he could relate and went about your own business. That's a wonderful thing. So that tells you the power of words right there.
This puzzle began with ships setting sail in 1619. But that don't mean the struggle to complete the puzzle ended when Bob Johnson bought his own team. Be the next piece to this puzzle that remains incomplete. There's always room for growth. Allow it to remain incomplete. Be the voice that speaks to the boondocks and city streets. Read history, learn how the 92nd Infantry battled bigotry and fought for equality. Know the accomplishments of John Lewis and Ralph Abernathy and how they were instrumental to the civil rights movement. Study philosophies by John Dewey and read A Fine Student. Be the next unlikely piece to this process. There's always room for improvement. Groundbreaking. Like Brown versus Board of Education and Little Rock 9. How did schools decline with something as sweet sounding as No Child Left Behind? Its title is deceiving and must be renamed to Some Children Move Forward. We must all move forward as I look back to the days of wondering what next. 7th grader reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. But my peers were trying to hear about valid points and Spike Lee joints had to push the flow by Nasir Jones and poems by Langston Hughes and Maya Angelou, Gregory Corso, Father James Grappi, Carlo Tresca, Mario Savio, Diane DePrima, Lawrence Ferlinghetti. I will not allow these heroic figures to evaporate from memory. Find role models for the youth. Give them something more than Willie the Wino and Mr. Wendell. But don't exclude Wendell and Willie completely. You can still listen to their advice. Include them in the puzzle without following in the exact footsteps of their life. Countless strong women holding down the family and community, the backbone of its stability. Fanny and Stephanie. What's most impressive is that an average Joe from the west side of Cleveland has been so moved and uplifted by these trailblazers and pioneers that I felt absolutely compelled to write about their effects on me throughout the years. I'll be that piece that try forcing a fit, but have to put aside until more pieces get connected. Give yourselves a hand if you got the man elected. If you voted in November 2008, stood in line for a purpose, none of the people died for these freedom rights, so your time was worth it. But don't be puzzled when I say Obama is not the final piece to this ever-growing puzzle. That was a journey from Dr. King to Mr. President. Start fresh with a new mindset and expect respect. Now here's a question for all of you. How did I get asked to speak at the Caramoo? That's the power of this puzzle and its positivity spreading, expanding, and building. Each puzzle piece addition is needed for this ever-growing puzzle without edge pieces to continue. God bless each and every one of you.
Oh!